Hello folks, this is Marji Roy from 3dcuts.com, and today I'm going to be doing the tutorial for my geometric stacked shape shadow boxes. I am doing a series of these and I hope to be able to show you how to put them together all in one video. At the time of making this video, I've already made 3 different designs and they all go together the same way. There is the stacked squares, the stacked chevrons, and the stacked leaf design. All 3 of these have this same construction, as will other designs in the future. This tutorial is for any of these designs. You should always visit the tutorial on my website at 3dcuts.com. The complete address is shown on the screen. There's additional information for each of these files. There will be information about the materials that I use, the sizes, locations where you can get the materials. All of that is important, and you should look at it before you start cutting. Also, before you start cutting, you should know the exact size for your shadow box. You can adjust the size of the file. The file does come all stacked together. This is for resizing. You may need to grab the corner and do a proportional stretch to make it fit your shadow box. After you've done that, simply ungroup the file and separate the layers, cutting each one individually. So this shadow box I got from Amazon. It measures 8 3/4 by 8 3/4, although it's sold as an 8-inch shadow box. When I take it apart, the back side inside is 8 by 8, but there is also an internal collar in here, and the inside of that is just a little bit over 7.5 by 7.5. I am going to design my cuts to fit inside of this. You should take apart your shadow box and measure the inside dimensions and resize the paper or the files before you cut them so that they'll fit your shadow box. It can easily be done in different sizes. So let's get started on the assembly. I have cut all of my files for this shadow box. There are 8 white layers and a color cover. This tutorial is universal, and it will go for any of my geometric shadow boxes that are put together this way. This one is the 8 overlapping squares. Have you noticed that I like quilting designs? They are an inspiration here. Now, in all of my files, I put a little corner cut out to help you align them. Pay attention to that and always keep that cut out in the same corner. You can't see it here on the video. It doesn't matter which corner it is, just as long as you choose the same one. Now, in all of these, we're going to start from the back going forward. We're going to take the backmost white design and the second one, and we're going to start by putting foam pop dots onto the back side of the second one. The foam pop dots that you use should be a 1/16 of an inch thick. Don't go with thicker ones or they won't fit in your shadow box and they'll be spaced too much. I did get these through Amazon and I will put a link on my website for them. Start with the 1/2 inch ones and put a 1/2 inch one in each corner of the layer. Now, on the files, it'll depend on your design as to where you put the internal ones. Here, I'll use quarter ones, and I'm going to, let's see. I think on this one, I'm going to put these in the center. I'm thinking about keeping the spacing. And on designs that have points that hang out, you always put it on the hanging out point. And on this one, as I get further out, I'll have to think about it more is where I put these little quarter ones, but it's for support. You don't want them to sag in the middle. Okay, now that I've got that done, I will peel these. I will line up my little notches in the corner. I will carefully get everything aligned here. I will check my design to make sure things look aligned there. I will lightly touch them. I will make sure my edges are even, and then I will press in place. Move that to the side. Get the back side of the next one. And repeat. 4 squares in the corner, 1/2 inch size. And some 1/4 inch ones in the center. As this moves out, I think I'm going to do every other one in the center and then a few on the outside as well for support. Peel them. Find my notches, line them up. Carefully align all of my edges. Not liking that one. There we go. Press in place. Move to the side and continue. Now I'm going to put the camera on high speed and I'm going to finish all of the other layers here and then show you the final assembly. You can see how quickly I can craft here. Let's go. Let's see, I'm on layer, I think 7 now. Now I'm going to add an extra foam pop dot in these areas to provide support. Each design will be different and each layer may be different as to where you decide the weak spots are. I don't want those flopping in. Adjust your designs accordingly. Okay, on the last layer here, I am going to take some of the 1/4 inch pop dots and I'm going to cut them in half. This is a different technique here to help you get the size that you need. I do want to again support these little corners here, but a full 1/4 inch pop dot would be too much. So I've made a smaller one to put in here for support. There, I've completed putting together all of the white layers of my 8 square design. I'm going to take a moment and test the depth of this in my shadow box. It is just about the same depth as the inside collar. So I am not going to put pop dots on this layer here. I am going to glue it on flat, and the same with the back one. If your shadow box is a little deeper, or if you only have 7 layers, you may want to also lift this with pop dots. It's an individual choice based on each individual design. To do that, I'm going to use art glitter glue. I have transferred it to this little dispenser. I especially like art glitter glue as my wet adhesive. It has no glitter in it. It dries clear and it dries quickly, and the paper does not buckle. So this is a recommended glue. There is a link to both the glue and this little dispenser on my website. And the same on the back side. Make sure you don't get any of these little white pieces stuck in the frame. There are many ways that you can customize this particular file. It would look wonderful with gradated papers instead of all of the white. Okay, now I've completed my stack. I'll take my frame. Make sure you wash and dry the glass before you put this into the frame. But then you can insert it in there. If your collar is deeper than this stack, you can take pieces of corrugated cardboard, same size as this, and put it in there to fill that space. Add the backing. Close it up. And let's take a look. Is this your first design, or have you made others? You should look at all of the ones that I have on my website, but don't stop with just the geometric ones. I've been experimenting with flowers as well. I hope to keep adding new designs in this genre. How many have you made? And who are you going to give them to? Thanks for watching, and happy crafting, everyone.